So we've been talking about doing a couple of these things recently, and it's kind of nice that these two ideas kind of came together a little bit. Although, I guess there's been a lot of questions about Ranger of Eos. We've had a good amount of success using Ranger Captain to assemble Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride, or multiple Ocelot Prides in the late game. Ocelot Prides in the late game has been just getting two of these out in the late game is just like you are going to win. You're going to be making 6 casts a turn. You get a third one, you go really really crazy. And Ranger of Eos getting either guide plus pride or 2 prides seems pretty dang nice. When I was starting to build this deck, I had more Ranger of Eoses, and I was kind of looking at trying to like figure out, oh, how do I get this Ranger of Eos out? And I'm like, oh, do I Pearl Medallion? Do I Aether Vial? Do I Delighted Halfling? Do I just really try to slow the game down? And I'm like, well, what if I try to birthing ritual into Ranger of Eos? So I thought that was kind of a cool idea. So I started to build this like birthing ritual chain. Obviously, we're playing the full 8/1 drops. And then, it's really nice to have White Orchid Phantom as a card that both interacts pretty well in this metagame. I think Eldrazi is getting more popular. And having just like a good ETB effect to like either dig 4 with Birthing Ritual or get the ETB and then Birthing Ritual it into a 3-drop. Sometimes you get Renegade Rallier, get back your White Orchid Phantom, and then sack your Rallier, get Ranger of Eos. And then I'm like, oh, like what else is there? Like, what else do we get once we're in green? Because at this point, when in the deck building process, the deck was like mostly white, and I'm like, oh yeah, we've also been talking about this second thing for a while, which is using Springheart Nantuko with Ocelot Pride. If you bestow a Nantuko on an Ocelot Pride, and if you make a token copy of Ocelot Pride and you get City's Blessing, those tokens get copied by your Ocelot Prides. And it goes really, really crazy. If you make a token copy of Ocelot Pride, those tokens get copied by your Ocelot Prides, and you just go really, really ridiculous. Nantuko, just kind of good card in general, but you also have some like other cool things going on with Nantuko where if you just cast it for 2 drops and you start making tokens, if you're birthing ritual those tokens into Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride, that's awesome. Nantuko Guide of Souls also like gives you a lot of life and a lot of energy. If you bestow this onto a Ranger Captain, and then you go like landfall, make a copy of Ranger Captain, you get one of these, but you also just get to sack Ranger Captain at the beginning of your opponent's turn every single turn. You can lock some opponents out of the game. You can do the same thing on Solitudes. You can do the same things on Skyclave Apparitions. You get to copy White Orchid Phantom against Tron, and like really just kind of reuse these ETBs over and over and over again. Which Enchanter 2 also I think could come up. And what's kind of cool about this too is like, I have it in the Go Live notification. Wizards is back from summer vacation. I obviously don't know for sure, and this might not happen, but I'm going to guess that Nadu gets banned at some point this week. And so, at the very least, in my deck building, I've been mostly kind of thinking past Nadu a little bit, trying to kind of think about like, how am I going to be building decks once Nadu is gone? Because I just really do not think Nadu is going to last much longer at all in this format. So I'm kind of so to some extent I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I think Nantuko is a really really cool card. I think it would be a bit mistake if they banned Nantuko instead of Nadu, and I'm kind of interested to see what this card does in the format beyond just like Amulet Titan, beyond just Nadu. Anything else super interesting about the main deck? I don't think so. Let's get okay, Control F, ban. Control F, ban. Okay, nothing about bans here. Okay, yeah, this is a lore announcement, right? I don't see anything about bans here. This is not they posted a story. Yeah, I feel like they just do this every week. I think the guy's saying they posted, so there's no bans. Yeah, I think that, yeah. This is just a scheduled story post. Whoever's doing this is, it's their job to post the lore stuff. But I guess true. No bans yet. Yeah, I was clickbaited. So the Grief pitched Necro, which means they definitely have another Necro. I kind of don't know why they're griefing this turn, because like none of these cards matter for next turn, right? So like there's not really any reason for my opponent to, again, unless they scared me about ephemerating something, which is not going to happen. They should have just They should have just waited a turn. Okay, get our Surveil, hopefully. Do you know anything about getting MTGO data back? I think today is when decklists start being reposted. Looking for a Ranger-Captain. Take a Birthing Ritual. That's what we came here to do, right? Yeah, for lore. Yep, the lore person has done so much work trying to cultivate this week. Really trying to have us all excited about the new Magic lore. Only for everyone in the comments probably to be like, "Where are the vans? Where are the vans?" So my opponent draws 8 cards down to 12 life. Do they have a Soul Spike? It's always so satisfying when they just don't. We're talking about Helios, sir. How Coco is definitely bad. What about the Elvish Pioneer, Grazer, Flare, Shell for Heliod, Splashing Green gets a Safekeeper, or the Pitchel, turn pink? Maybe. I think it's kind of tough to try to be in on a 2-card combo in that kind of deck, but it is kind of cool that you can like shifting Woodland into a Heliod, but it's kind of mana intensive. But yeah, it could be okay. Okay, they do have a Soul Spike. I'm at 15. They're discarding down to 5. Maybe I can hit like a Witch Enchanter or a Skyclave to get rid of Necro to stop them from shieldreding me. Shieldreding me. Where can you see Modalist? I use Goldfish. There are no sources now. So they should be coming back to Goldfish starting today, or either like, or it might be the deck list are being fed in today. Maybe it'll be tomorrow, but it should be back to kind of normal soon. Okay. 1, 2. Not Woodland, just Grazer, Pioneer Ramp. I think Woodland's too much. Maybe Woodland was really good in the build we were playing. Kind of want to play some more of that deck. Interesting. Finally have a Birthing Ritual in play after an hour. We're probably getting shielded though. If we don't, that's good news. A little kind of unlucky not hit a Witch Enchanter maybe. One kind of nice thing is we get to gain a lot of life, and gaining a lot of life against Necro is kind of a good plan against them. I made a mock list. Let's see what deck that's cool. You go piss look. I'll take a look. Sack Ranger now. I think I maybe would prefer to sack Ranger on my turn, because I don't necessarily care if they just Soul Spike me twice, because I get to go Guide of Souls, Ocelot, pop off. And then I kind of want, I maybe want to be able to turn this Ranger into a Witch Enchanter for Necro with the Birthing Ritual. Flare of Cultivation is kind of a nombo with this, with Court of Calling. Guess it's not that big a deal. 4 Sylvan Safekeeper is so many. Looks okay though. Feels very odd to play this kind of deck and not play what's it called? Guide of Souls at all. Like even the first Guide of Souls is a core target. But yeah, you're also playing way too many non-basics in your Elvish Pioneer deck is the problem here too, and kind of the problem with splashing a color, I guess. Okay, so I can go Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride, Birthing Ritual, or I can go 1, 2, 3. I think I'm gonna go get that second Birthing Ritual down. So I can't make any tokens off of these hits. So maybe I would want to sack my token, or 2 tokens maybe. Sneaky Snacker, Deep Analysis. A little bit. We had, I think, a deck that was trying to do that. Look at the cards. Okay, so let's sacrifice this Ranger Captain into a Skyclave and get rid of Shieldred. Up to 13. I've already used 2 Soul Spikes also. And then we could Witch Enchanter the Necro, or I could get another Ocelot Pride, but that's not doing anything right now. Yeah, Witch Enchanter on Necro seems pretty good. Played Rakdos Energy LGS, decided I went 5-0 with Nethergoyf, Raptor, Amulet, Dothi. I think that's potential. I've tried something similar. I built something similar and kind of felt like I didn't have quite enough energy to want to play Raptor, Amulet, Discharge, but maybe it would just be enough. I like really wanted one more energy card, and then I tried to build a few different variants that had Nightmare, Chthonian Nightmare. I didn't really like those builds very much, but sounds like you might be onto something. So I do only have 1 Skyclave left in the deck, and I think I just put it on the bottom. Would a common Surveil land with no basic types be good? Does it enter untapped, or it can't enter untapped and tap for a color? Yeah, like what colors does it tap for? You know. Okay, going after Guide of Souls seems correct because like life gain's just kind of the most important thing in this spot, I suppose. So important, in fact, that I think I'm going to Ephemerate my Solitude. Or Solitude and Ephemerate, because I can't attack to gain life because of the ring protection. So my opponent started to pay cost here, which would imply that their last 3 cards are a 3rd Soul Spike and a black card. So I think I might try to keep just not Ephemerate my Solitude, just save the Ephemerate. Seems fine. There's already a colorless untapped Skyline. Yeah, it can tap. It can enter untapped and surveil if it doesn't tap for a color. Oh, I guess maybe I should have done these in between so I could have found another Guide of Souls. Guess that makes maybe too much sense. Should be okay still. So probably upkeep sack this Ranger-Captain. Maybe I should Ephemerate. And I can get all of my Ocelot Prides too. I wonder if it could be better to get 1 Guide of Souls, 1 Ocelot Pride though. I think I'll do that. Soul Spike is seeing play because Nadu. No, Soul Spike is just good in the Necro deck. You just get to draw, a ton of cards, and then use those cards to trade your opponent for 4 or kill their best thing. And then you assemble Necro plus Shieldred, and then you draw a ton of cards and kill them. Candle with the 9 months. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. Very scared of Deluge. I don't know if most lists main deck Deluge or not. I think a lot of times they're just in the sideboard. But maybe we can get another Ranger-Captain into play this turn. Is Speaker of the Heavens playable in this deck? I don't think so. It's like we have a lot of higher quality 1-drops, and Speaker seems like I don't know. Seems like this is our only life gain card, kind of. So they have a March. March my Guide of Souls. So they could remove my second Guide of Souls. Could get a little tricky. Squee with the 56 months. I hope that you're doing well today. Appreciate you. Gonna jump this one. Doesn't seem like they have anything else. You try something like updated Martyr proc with new cards? I have not. I have not. I've been kind of thinking about it a little bit, I guess. When I was working on like the Ranger of Eos stuff, thinking about playing that in a Martyr proc shell. It's not an archetype I have a ton of experience with. It's not an archetype that I honestly think is super good. I think it's okay. Not saving for landfall. I guess I should have saved for landfall. Okay. So let's get the birthing ritual triggers first, because we'll have plenty of cats to sack here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put... Do I have another surveillance still in the deck? Yeah, I'm gonna get the knight, because this will let me shuffle Ranger Captains back in. I want to try to get the Ranger Captains to sack this turn. And then the surveil. Oh, okay. I guess I don't know where the other surveil. Oh, sorry. This is the Flagstones trigger. It is still the deck. I've done that a few times. I'm a little confused on the triggers. Okay, so just graveyard, non Ranger Captain card, second trigger, find the Ranger Captain. And then I can get my fourth Ocelot Pride. And then we might make a few cats end of turn. Oh, that was not the right time to Force of Despair. Opponent, I have two Ocelot Pride triggers on the stack. I guess they didn't want me to gain the life, maybe? That's a main deck Force of Despair, too. My lucky day, huh? 4 cards in their hand. One of them was a swamp. They have a sweeper. Obviously, sweeper would be very bad. Oh, no. Very good. 7 mana Soul Spike a cat. Okay. Fun. Rizzo says, what Despair Main? Yeah, didn't know how common it was at the moment. Okay, put it down to 12. I'm at a nice 23. Save this for landfall. Could play to make 1 token in combat. Does feel like we don't really need more cats. Very nice that we're just like outgrinding the Necro deck. Where we got Inquisition Grief turn 1, turn 3 Necro, Necro Shieldred, the Ring. I got to draw all 3 cards. Just a bunch of cats and some birthing rituals. Got 3 cards in their hand. They've already used 3 soul spikes, so it's, winning this game could be kind of tricky. Imagine a Johnny in this deck. I did imagine a Johnny in the deck, decided to not include it. You could obviously play a Johnny if you wanted to. Had a Naya build for a little bit that was playing Amped Raptor and Flage, but the deck seemed like just a little bit worse than Boros, maybe. So when it goes down to 8, they've used 2 marches already also. Is there a life-gaining land the fetch can fetch? Tapped or otherwise? I think the only thing is Gingerbread Cabin that can make a food to sack for 3 life. Warren Soul Trader with Apprentice doesn't also copy treasures. Probably Jank seems neat. So it only copies treasures that are still in play. It doesn't copy every treasure you made this turn, but yeah, you could play black. Oh, weird. Weird that they had this and didn't make the token before blocks. I mean, I guess it's maybe the clock is getting to them a little bit. So this puts them down to 2. They have no draw step. So no Guide of Souls. I guess I don't even know if I have any more 1-drops in the deck. If I thought of list of 4, you just show 4 through the reach framework for block. Yeah, I have it built. It doesn't look that good though, because like Yggdrasil just doesn't have that many like other things to hit, you know. Okay, hits me for 8, then concedes. Very fun game. Let's bring in the mites. The phantoms are not very good. Maybe I still play them though. I don't think Sanctifier is also just kind of mid. It's like I feel like it played a little bit too much into Toxic Deluge, which we're kind of already pretty weak to. Maybe I should still play them anyways, and like maybe I can get them to just Deluge the Sanctifier. Then the Birthing Ritual Sophy combo brew. We played against one and it looked pretty bad, if I'm gonna be honest. I haven't done it. I have a soft spot for Sophy, but it's just like Alter Dimension. It's like it's a 3-card combo. It's your card quality is much lower. This deck kind of gets to combo by just like making a million cat tokens, which doesn't win in the game immediately, but I think it's kind of okay. We did give us a Toro Norin Guide Souls Human deck. It sounds fun. We talked a little bit about it. I haven't built one. I don't think it'd be too tough to update the old Satoru Norin deck, I guess. Okay, 5 cards in their hand. Opponent's got 12 minutes on the clock. I wonder if Griffin Airy could see play in a Sorin deck. The beginning concept, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, make a 2/2 token with flying. Another one. The Boros Assassin also works with Norin. Yeah, it could be trying to figure out like a more Legends build of humans, maybe. I'm keeping that one on top. Goodbye, sweet Ocelot. So it's actually, I guess, I was going to say it's pretty nice that we get to sandbag fetch lands with Urborg for the Springheart Nantuko, but that doesn't seem like something we're actually going to do at this point. Well, graveyard that. So you have a Necro. We have a Witch Enchanter for the Necro, though. Be interesting to see what number of cards they draw. They draw 12 down to 9. So this is a spot. This is very much the did you find a Soul Spike? Did you find 2? Because a lot of times they just don't have one. they did have one here. Not this time, right? Get to Witch Enchanter it. They have 2. Okay, fair enough. And when they have 2, it's, you know, it's like, oh, okay. One more week for Nadu. I don't know. I think there's a chance Nadu gets banned today. There's a chance Nadu gets banned tomorrow. To me, it feels like this week it seems kind of likely it's going to happen, but I don't know. It's just, that is also only speculation. Could be very off. Through all of months, thank you so much. Love you too. Welcome back. Okay. They're casting a ring, maybe? Yeah. 20 subs says they axe Court or Shuko before axing Nadu. I think I have too many bets to keep track of at this moment, but I would be surprised. I would be surprised. Opponent just didn't top the ring. Like, there just is not a good argument for keeping banning something besides Nadu, because Nadu, again, it just, like, tournament games with Nadu just, like, cease to function. Might as well Ephemerate here. It's like banning Shuko, Springheart, or Court of Calling to keep Nadu combo in the format. It just makes 0 sense. It makes 0 sense because Nadu combo is so bad. Okay, my opponent. It just, I don't know. Some people, maybe it has inverse Pithing Needle blindness, where instead of not realizing there's a Pithing Needle in play, they think there's a Pithing Needle in play. Nadu only has one big tournament result where it always dominated Lamau. The one tournament result was a Pro Tour where everyone was ready for it. Everyone who wasn't playing Nadu was like felt like they could beat Nadu. Lamau. But again, but it's also like if you don't think Nadu should be banned on win rate, you like you could make the argument maybe the meta will adjust. It's not going to. It's not going to, in my opinion. But it just it just can't be legal because of how it affects tournaments. It just is unimagined. It's like it is at the level of Karn Clan Ironworks, Second Sunrise, Sensei's Divining Top, potentially even worse than these cards. When we're taking into the account the versions of these decks that don't play Thassa's Oracle, potentially worse than these decks for tournament gameplay considerations. It just does like cards have been banned for doing less to make tournaments slow and bad. It is just not a card that can remain legal for this reason alone, and it is also too good, and is also the best deck of the format. I think saying it's worse than Sensei's Divining Top is crazy. You could think that. I actually think it's like clearly worse than Sensei's Divining Top, and maybe I'm just I played a lot of Legacy Miracles and I never timed out. Like there were a lot of Legacy players who could play very fast. Like I think saying it's crazy means that you probably don't know about the Nadu decks that don't play Thassa's Oracle, where like Ely's list didn't play Thassa's Oracle, and the idea is that you are going to Sylvan Safekeeper, sacrifice Boseiju, Otawara. You're eventually going to draw these as you loop through your deck and endurance yourself, and then you're going to Boseiju all of your opponent's non-lands, and then you're going to Otawara all their so Boseiju all their lands, Otawara all their non-lands. And if your opponent just says, okay, do that, click through it, that's 40 to 50 minutes of gameplay in a non-deterministic loop, which is worse than Sensei's Divining Top, you know. so to say that it's crazy, to say that it's worse, the only conclusion I could draw is that you're not familiar with that loop. Let's bank on Solitude Ephemerate being good in this matchup. The loop is deterministic. I think there's a deterministic version of the loop. I hope so. I hope that that's the case. Okay, it looks like Solitude Ephemerate will be good. Chalice Me is deterministic, but it's not. It's deterministic, but it's non-shortcuttable. I don't know what the difference is, I guess, but you can see I'm not familiar with loop. I would say I thought the loop was deterministic. Yeah, I don't know. Like I just know at the Pro Tour it happened one time that a player said, "Okay, I want you to play through this," and it like they just, because they said those words, the match went forever. It is shortcut. Okay, so fair enough. In the PT, people shortcut it by conceding. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we Solitude, Mimic, and Linebreaker this turn. Hopefully, they don't have Second Dismember. That would be tough. I do kind of have rose-colored glasses when it comes to Sensei's Divining Top, though, to be quite honest. Could we address the ring and how was the most played card? Also, gameplay issues making it with their including RPG champ. I don't know. So to some extent, it's like very clear Nadu needs a ban, and I just want to see what Modern looks like with just Nadu banned, and not really think too much about doing anything else. I think there's whenever this kind of stuff happens, people who hate cards like Grief for the Ring like to do a lot of lobbying to ban cards that they dislike, which is fine. There's a lot of, like, I think kind of silly discussions about restricting the ring instead of banning it. I don't really think it makes a lot of sense. But I also like I play, you know, a lot of Modern almost every single day, and I just kind of feel like the Ring is a pretty fine card. It's very good against Boros, and I think it's really good that the Ring is very good against Boros. Like Boros is is very powerful, very powerful deck, and like I like that the Ring is good against Boros, and I think it's not that good against Necro, it's not that good against Living End, it's not that good against the Eldrazi Tron decks with Karn. It's like it's not that good against Yogg. You know, I don't know that it really has many good matchups going into a post Nadu metagame besides or maybe matchups isn't the word to use, but not particularly good against many of the post MH3 metagame decks, and for me that's just like enough reason to not ban it. Ring is pretty bad against Storm. Yeah, Ring is not good against Storm. It's just like I don't know. It's like it's a fine card, but it just like is like poorly positioned against most of the top decks besides Boros. And I think and like I'm kind of I would be like pretty scared of Boros in a post Ring metagame. Some top deck. Will Titan come back with Nadu's gone? Probably, yeah. So not blocking. It's interesting. I'm gonna keep up the Solitude, I think. Not that I think they're through the breach, but I think it's probably just better to keep it up anyways. Okay, so we could get another Ranger Captain, we could get another Ocelot Pride, we could get Renegade Rallier, maybe. Get back Guide of Souls. Could get White Orchid Phantom. Let's get White Orchid Phantom, I guess. Because I want to be able to not lose to all his dust. They have one card in their hand. I'm probably going to end up solituding It That Betrays so that we're not losing to all his dust next turn. Maybe I should not have. I mean, I'm okay if they block, but I don't get City's Blessing if I also Solitude. Okay, so let's just go ahead and Birthing Ritual first. Yeah, maybe now I can just Ranger-Captain. Yeah, let's Ranger-Captain. PT meta does not equal modern meta. I think this is true to some extent, but also it's hard to like argue that the Pro Tour metagame wasn't a metagame where people either played Nadu at this event, or they played a deck that they thought incorrectly that Nadu was beatable with. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of hard to argue that that wasn't what we saw over the Pro Tour weekend. %, yeah, and I don't know. So if you, I see a lot of people going, Pro Tour meta is not modern meta, and that like this is their evidence for Nadu not being needed to be banned. Hard to really imagine that I can lose if I just get this 4th Ranger Captain. So I guess at the cost of losing my Solitude, let's get that 4th Ranger Captain. Let's get that 4th Ocelot Pride. They won't be able to always dust me. My one regret is that I don't think my 4th Ocelot Pride is actually going to get to really do anything. Do you think you could justify not banning it by saying Jessica Control should have won the PT? I mean, no. I think that there is really no good argument for not banning Nadu. I haven't heard one. I've heard about every argument. I don't think it's like it's something to really even seriously entertain at this point. It just needs to go so clearly. They're gonna go after my Ranger Captain. Okay, they don't go after the Ranger Captain, which means we should be good here. Don't attack. I want to see 4 Ocelot triggers. Well, I have to attack to get Ocelot triggers now. I guess I could Solitude my own thing. Alright, don't say I never did nothing for you. Wait, I guess... Sorry, I'm still attacking, right? Yeah, they're still alive. They go to 1. Yeah, they go to 1 here. Oh, no!
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Okay, I think I killed them. No, I didn't kill them. Sorry, I lost an Ocelot, so I don't get the 4 triggers, but they concede. Okay, so the draw against Eldrazi. The White Orchid Phantoms are obviously a big part of this matchup. This is probably the list that top 8 of the challenge over the weekend. I kind of don't remember that list having Line Breaker, but maybe it did. I just want to see. Yeah, it's not the Brood Scale list. I guess I didn't end up saving that one. Let's play 1 Damping Sphere. Let's cut 1 Ranger of Eos. Where are people seeing challenge results? I see them mostly on Twitter when people like post their results. You have Fire Choose and Bamzines who are posting deck lists pretty often. But normal deck lists should resume very soon. Put on Mold to 6. Love this hand. How is Suncleanser Sim to Modern? It's good against Jeskai and Boros. And it's, that's kind of it. Just a sideboard card. That's good in those matchups.
You know, it's funny.
What?
Athena was laying in bed. I was getting a spam call, and I didn't turn it off. And then when I went to go pet her, my phone in my pocket touched the bed, and it vibrated from the call. And Athena freaked out. And then she started zooming.
That is a very Athena story. Second White Orchid Phantom's kind of interesting because I could go Phantom a Temple or Phantom my Flagstones, and then I could go Phantom Ephemerate. I guess it's Skyclave before I Ephemerate. Yeah, I'll just Graveyard. Seems like it's going to be better for me to just cast a Damping Sphere. This is probably just worse Gorios. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. I'd want to see the 4th Emperor of Bones, probably. I would want to see like 2 Atraxas. I understand that you want to play Gristlebrand over Atraxa because of Cauldron. I'm not necessarily convinced that that's good, but I do want to see more reanimation targets. So maybe like maybe just cutting the Pendings and the Teferis or 4th Emperor, 2 Atraxas. Maybe play 1 Teferi still. Something along those lines. So my opponent goes, they play a land. Yeah, I guess Null Drifter costs 4 to evoke, or like modified 4, modified 3. Wait, and they only have 2. They only have 3, including it that heralds the end. guess I should have blocked and Ephemerate still. Yeah, I don't know if I have too much more for you here. I think it's kind of a cool start and probably worse than normal Gorios, I agree. Which is always an issue, of course. My opponent floats a mana. Seemingly so that they can, like, skip through the turn, which is not something you see too much anymore. Are you still unfortunate to remain in green Eldrazi? I think you could shave a split chalice. I really like Trinisphere in that deck because you get to you get to like it complements the land destruction aspect of the deck really well. But I don't necessarily think it's mandatory. Like you could do a split with Chalice if you wanted to, but I'm pretty into Trinisphere. I don't think I'd play less than 3 at the moment. Yeah, they were maybe I guess they were just trying to dismember. So I can go Ranger Captain into another Ocelot maybe if I draw a land. Oh wow, just all the options in the world, I guess. I'm still reeling from my lack of Birthing Ritual earlier, so let's get some Birthing Ritual action going. Seems like we'll be in good shape this game, though. Hand's awesome if we draw a land. Let's mulligan. Put back Ephemerate. Where do you get my cards from? Mana Traders on this account, and then I have a Daybreak Content Creator account that we are going to try not to use because I need to get qualifier points. So probably up against Living End. Do we have a bunch of main deck Ranger Captains? Maybe skimping a little bit on Living End hate. I've got the Ranger Captains and the Soulless Jailer, so it's not like we're that low, but Living End is, okay, it's Nadu. Fake deck. I guess not yet confirmed to be fake deck, right? I think I'm going to cast Birthing Ritual. I think White Orchid Phantom is probably fine to grab here. They don't usually play basic planes, so maybe get to cut them off white. Not the biggest deal. Could be worth possibly to take them off blue. I guess they did graveyard the island. I mean, I could maybe do that next turn, but sorry, definitely should target the breeding pool. Yeah, that was actually a huge punt. Wait, I yield. So again, kind of thinking with this deck that we're mostly in a post-Nadu world. We are Skyclave, Solitude, Witch Enchanter, Haywire Mite deck. It's not like we have actual zero game against them, but we've definitely not really built our sideboard with the deck in mind. So probably just bringing in the Haywire Mites. Got the Ranger of Eos, I guess, and maybe White Orchid Phantom number 4. Although killing, I don't know, maybe this is a fine angle of attack, something like this. Figured they would have said something today. So, I mean, I think that there's a good chance that, like, they won't do anything today because they need to sit down and have a meeting because they've been on break for a week. So there's a good chance they need to sit down and, like, say, okay, we know we need to ban Nadu. And then someone's like, what if we ban Shuko? And then someone's going to be like, well, why would we ban Shuko? And they're like, I don't know. I'm trying to contribute to the meeting. And I'm like, okay, thank you so much. And then someone will be like, can we please ban Grief and Legacy? And then an executive at the table will be like, what is Legacy? What is that? And then nothing will happen to Legacy probably. And then they'll talk a little bit maybe about unbanning something. They'll talk a little bit about banning something else potentially. And then we'll see what happens. Do we think Nadu wouldn't be allowed to play with the state? No, I'm just kind of like not thinking about Nadu very much in my deck building because it's just for challenges and stuff. I'll have like more sideboard plans for like brews and leagues. Like Nadu's not very popular in leagues, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense to be too worried about it, I think.
And what's legacy? I don't know. Yeah. Can confirm I was in those meetings.
Thank you, sweetie. Why would they do an emergency thingy? So it's very, very important, I think, that they ban Nadu now, before we enter modern RCQ season, because it's just really bad if everyone buys the Nadu deck for it to be banned inevitably anyways. It would be very bad for the game. I think let's go yeah, let's go Birthing Ritual here. Modern RCQ season is before change date. Yeah, but people are like they're gonna be buying the decks, they're gonna be, getting into it, and like it's just good for them to know Nadu is not gonna be legal for modern RCQ season. Doom as a new Twitter profile pic. Hopefully we hit Wish Enchanter off of our Birthing Ritual. That would be so sick. It's Nadu in the crosshairs. Alright, so let's Skyclave the Springheart. Wisdom with a 23. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Looking for a Witch Enchanter. Not quite lucky enough to find one. I think I'm going to White Orchid Phantom my own land. Can make a pretty good case for going after the Saga, of course. I just have so much going on in my hand. And this can get me a Haywire Mite, but I can't use. But it's also a 4 to, like, if I see Witch Enchanter. I could also just Ephemerate the White Orchid Phantom, kill the Saga, of course. Did you ever take a look at the 6 locker combo deck I linked down today? No, I just don't remember it, but... What's the combo? An Endurance? Guess we'll just kill the Saga. Guide of Souls, Birthing Ritual trigger. I think I will actually still just put this Witch Enchanter into play so that I can Ephemerate it on a future Saga or Shuko. Have I seen this mono red energy list? Modern League playoffs. I don't know what that is. I'm kind of a big Inti hater if you don't have Cookbook or Street Wraith in your deck. It's maybe okay. Chandra Torch of Defiance is kind of kick W. Just don't put that card in your deck. Looks interesting. Oh. Do you see the interesting post on restricting the ring? I don't remember seeing an interesting post on restricting the ring. I saw the same tired take, I think. It's been this idea of restricting the ring instead of banning it has been put around since Lord of the Rings came out. I think it sounds kind of fun, and I think it mostly sounds kind of silly and sounds like something that I would not like to see happen, and I'm not that into it. If you are into the idea, congratulations. Just for me, I don't know. I've also, again, I've heard this take over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, as I usually hear most most takes over and over and over again. And it's just I don't think I'm very interested. Psalm, the 29 years. Thank you so much. Yep. It's also like if you restrict the ring, what are you actually doing? You are buffing Karn the Great Creator because people will just play like any deck that gets to play Karn gets to play 4 rings effectively. It's just I don't know. Yeah, I think it's I don't know. It just isn't something that makes sense. This ring restriction stuff. I'm not into it. It is not. It's not a can of worms I'd like to have open, and it to some extent you're mostly banning it because of the meme, just because it's called the One Ring. What if it's we only could play one copy, and it's just I don't know. I'm over it. Guess I'll put a Springheart Nantuko into play. We draw a land, then we get to like copy the tokens with the Ocelot Pride. The ring is significantly worse if you can't legend rule it. I know. I know that the ring is worse if it's restricted. I just don't think it's very interesting. Or at the very least, if you want to restrict the ring, that's fine. I probably at least once a day for the last year and a half, someone in the chat has asked me about restricting the ring, and I know that like Cedric and Saffron all of a sudden like, yeah, what if? And I get it. It sounds kind of funny, but I don't know. I'm just not very. I'm I'm tired of the meme. I'm tired of the meme. Okay, so it toshes me, hitting only 12 cards. We have 8 permanents in play. That would be pretty nice. We could go. Yeah, we get to make a ton of tokens. Did you consider adding a couple Disciple of Freyalise to Ritual and to Solitude, or is it too overcooked? I thought a little bit about it, and I was kind of worried about having green only lands in my White Orchid Phantom deck, but it could be okay. Your turn. Thoughts on RCs now only being catered towards people who are interested in just grinding. When it was hosted by DreamHack, it was okay to be a little bit more casual group that attended like myself and make it a vacation, taking your significant other to the DreamHack portion of the event. Do you think the starts to change will evolve the culture of the event? I'm happy that Star City Games is taking the reins over DreamHack. I had a lot of issues with the event being hosted by DreamHack. I do think DreamHack was getting better. I think I missed San Diego and I missed Denver, but I went to all the other DreamHacks and I thought they did get progressively better. But the amount of like they just like shove you in a corner and it, like you like if the event is hosted at DreamHack versus Star City Games, like you're walking for like an extra 2 hours over the course of a weekend compared to the amount of walking you need to do for it just being all contained in one place. And um at first like you had to buy your own, I think the first two you had to buy your own badge to get in. And I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of it being hosted at DreamHack. I didn't like how we're just kind of shoved in the corner. I do think it got better. I personally almost never had time to see the DreamHack Convention Center. You know, like it was very rare that I got to like have the time to enjoy it. I do know some people that like really liked having it there and like was really into both stuff, but I kind of think it's just better for this to just be a Magic tournament. And if you want to go to DreamHack, then you can go to DreamHack. But I think I'm just happy with just being a magic turn. I think I'm gonna play Ocelot turn 1 so I can go Birthing Ritual turn 2. I was in Denver. Most of the main event was together. Yeah, I missed Denver. I missed San Diego, but yes, Star City Games also has a lot of experience running Magic tournaments, and that is also something I value. What if I should just play 2 Guide of Souls here? The next scheduled ban list announcement's not till August, but most people are speculating that they are going to ban something soon. We're prepared to pay out for X-Wish Manadu? Yeah. I would not make a bet that I'd be unable to pay out for. So I'm down to 26 cards in my library. I can double jump here. Make a lot of tokens. I guess I should bestow. So I can maybe live the dream of copying Ocelot Pride, and also so if they have a sweeper, I still have my Springheart Nantuko. Oh, look, I guess this means I can't jump twice. If I just cast it, I would get the extra energy. We'll leave that on top because we are playing against Mill. Toad with the 20 months, hope you're doing well. Probably still better to play around a sweeper than it is to get the extra 2 points of damage this turn. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we do get the City's Blessing, and then we get to copy the insect token, and then we get 6 triggers. Not a bad turn 3. Why, when you have Ocelot and Guide, do you tend to play Ocelot turn 1 and Guide turn 2? It depends entirely on the matchup. In this situation, I went Ocelot, or also in your hand. I went Ocelot on turn 1, where my opponent doesn't play that much removal. It's pretty likely to connect, and then I'm able to play Birthing Ritual and sacrifice that token into another Ocelot Pride or another 1-drop, with my intention of wanting to go Pride into Birthing Ritual. It's like way better to play Pride on turn 1. I also didn't have the second Guide of Souls until turn 2, but if I had the second Guide of Souls, I probably would have led on this one into Pride, Guide of Souls on turn 2. It kind of just depends entirely on your hand, the matchup which you're playing around. You do not always go Guide into Ocelot. But in this spot, it was like just definitely, I feel like, right to be able to get this going online on turn 2. Like just turning the cat into a 1-drop is so nice. I think it's only 1 less point because Nantuko had pseudo haste. That's a good point, yeah. True. Crypt Incursion, they're up to 43 life. Cool. I love this because now I get to just try to make a lot of power and toughness. Okay, so we go trigger this, respond, trigger again, make a copy. Make a copy. Nice 43 life. Yeah, this might crash Magic Online. Maybe not, I think maybe next turn it would crash it. Because like the Ocelot copy, the tokens that we're making, they aren't going to trigger this turn, but like next turn, assuming they're not dead, we're crashing. Although it's struggling. We're struggling for sure here. Let me get my snipping tool ready. Yeah, we're struggling here. Yeah, next turn we'll crash Magic Online for sure. Oh, we did crash Magic Online. Good morning. Happy Monday. been a little while. Can you do anything with so much energy? I just Guide of Souls in this deck. You don't really need to do like more, you know. I don't know why it crashed Magic Online. All the triggers were on the stack. It felt like it was gonna resolve. Yeah, so the way it works is the it tries to replay into a stable state, and then it says if the replay is unsuccessful, a new game will be started. So I think that this I've never seen the replay work. I kind of don't know why it does this. You think you'll try out Time Super Seam soon? Yeah, that is on the docket for the next league, actually. I had to happen once to see this game I see. Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty cool. I feel like it could work here, because like it almost resolved the triggers. They'll crash and replay again. So there's a message. I think they just start a brand new game usually. It might work though. Thing is, my opponent probably does not have a sweeper in their hand because they Crypt Incursion last turn. I guess like I think they would have sweepered and then Crypt Incursion probably. Yeah, I think you exceeded the token limit on Moto, including counters. Makes sense. Okay, new match or new game. I'm gonna keep my 7. Oh, I still have 30 energy. Uh, I'll not use energy I'm not supposed to have, I guess. I guess. Why not? Because it's cheating, right? Is it cheating? Okay, thankfully I can't use it. Yeah, it does seem to be somewhat borderline cheating, I guess. I should have won that game probably. Like I don't think I was gonna lose that game, but I might have. They might have top decked the Toxic Deluge. It's fine. It's fine. I just want to use it. I got 3 cards left in their hand. I got 37 cards in my library. See if they have an Archive Trap or 3. Should you keep your rings till August, or should I climb them out, dude? No financial advice, but I don't expect the ring will be banned, but a lot of people want the ring to be banned. You can definitely make an argument for it being banned. Well, I guess we're kind of cooked. Would Tosh just have killed me? I got a lot of Solitudes in my deck. What do I have, 30 energy? So we crashed the game, and it didn't take my energy away. So I could go Solitude into Rallier, get back a cat. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have another cat. I guess we should have checked. We have another cat. Okay, my energy reset. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8. Your turn. 14 cards in my library. We should have already won this game. We crashed Magic Online. Weird stuff happened over here today. So I need to see, I guess, if playing Renegade Rallier is going to meaningfully like give me the lethal damage next turn. I'm hitting my opponent for 6 down to 14. I have 7 points of power. That's going to be 3 more after I Ocelot Pride, so 10. So 10 next turn. Yeah, I think this 1 point could matter, because I could just hit like a White Orchid Phantom and get it. I only have 13 cards in my library. Really looking worse than Specialist here. He caught me. Although the thing we bring back couldn't attack or block, so I guess we could bring back Ocelot Pride though and get more triggers. Okay, Glimpse, milling me down to 3 cards in my library. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13, 14 off the Guide of Souls, which is not lethal. Would Sam Storm Salvager be too memey in this deck? Wait, okay. Love the miscount. Okay, let's get a 4-1 prediction going. Okay, opponent's on Emerald to 6. They reveal Gigantha. Are you Boros? Are you Storm? Yeah. Grixis Shadow? Something else? Tried Militant if Storm comes back. I just probably no deck you would main deck it in. So I can, I guess it's gonna be kind of interesting what we do next turn. Good chance I'm gonna like bestow on Guide of Souls and start making copies of Guide of Souls, and then maybe Solitude plus Ephemerate the turn after. Well, you know, the problem is, of course, if they do this. So I suppose what I'll do is Skyclave this turn with the intention of Nantuko copying my Skyclave Apparition. This would be a fun matchup. Dude, double Amp Raptor is so nuts in these kind of matchups. Kidding me. I guess this is not that bad because I can Ephemerate the Skyclave. And then I can Birthing Ritual, or I can Springheart Nantuko. I think I'm going to Birthing Ritual, because this is more mana efficient next turn, because I can do it in copy. Another Nantuko in play is kind of interesting. I think I should probably just get Ocelot Pride. And then that's probably what I'm wanting to copy this next turn. I think I'm still sacking here. We didn't play land for turn 3? Oh no. That couldn't have been on purpose. Big hit attack here. So I have this Ephemerate coming down to rebound too. This is 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna take 9, I guess. Don't love to have to take 9. Wait, their last card is relevant? Oh, they hit a Guide of Souls? Oh no. Very relevant, unfortunately. Birthing Ritual trigger. I think we're turning this insect into a Guide of Souls. We could turn a Skyclave token into a Ranger of Eos, though. Trade here. Block here. Take 4 down to 3, which is kind of low. But then I can start to gain a lot of life. I guess that's the plan. I just need them to brick this turn. I get 2 Guide of Souls, maybe? I think I just get 1/1. So one problem is like a fetch land for a surveil land as a top deck gets me. Oh my gosh. Why do I say it? Why do I talk? I don't think I'm dead. Exactly. So I need to chump one of the raptors probably so that I'm not dead to just a flage attack. I guess I'm gaining a lot of life. I think that's fine. Oh my gosh, sorry. I need to target myself for the landfall. Realized it like just 1 second too late. Oopsie doopsie. Would have been a pretty big deal, honestly. Because I would have got 1 more token, and then that would have been copied by the Ocelot, so it's like 2 more life, 2 more tokens. And then I think we stack Birthing Ritual first in case we hit Guide of Souls as the best thing. We hit another Nantuko. Not the best hit. Okay, I'm at 12. They're top decking. They top deck another Guide of Souls, which can jump the Flage. So annoying. So they kill my Guide of Souls. I get to block here. Here. Then take, this is 8, 10, let's go to 2. I guess 3 with the Ocelot Pride life gain. Okay, they're top decking, big draw for me. It's kind of hard for Boris to miss top decks, I guess. So I get to grab a Guide of Souls. Jump Ocelot Pride. And then I should stack the trigger with Birthing Ritual resolves before Ocelot Pride gets a hit. I mean, just maybe in general should do that. But White Orchid Phantom would let me landfall these and then copy. So I could get Renegade Rallier for White Orchid Phantom. Sacking Ranger-Captain seems okay. How do we not die? Like this. Like this. 16 life points. You have a flying flage? I don't give a flying, you know what. Yeah, we also have a flying blocker. But they're probably, I guess they should probably kill the Guide of Souls still. Yeah. We have Solitudes and Skyclaves to be able to deal with this at some point. I think I should probably block. So I should play this out so that I can Birthing Ritual into a Solitude, I suppose. And doesn't seem like I have any good attacks. Oh, there's the Solitude. I'm like, I just totally missed it for several seconds there. Okay. So we're stabilized. They've got a Gigantha. I've got a bigger board with the Birthing Ritual. They've got more life points. I don't know exactly how many more like Guide of Souls Ocelot Prides I have left in my deck. Looks like I have 2 more Ocelot Prides still. Because obviously getting those in play is kind of like the whole idea of the late game. Flying Ragavan's good. Exile on Arid Mesa. Thank you, Ragavan. Love you. Only ever had good things to say about Ragavan. Sorry for skyclaving you here, I guess. So let's grab Ranger-Captain. Grabbing Ocelot Pride because we're out of Guide of Souls in our deck. This thing's kind of tricky. This first strike wall, I guess. I do have another Renegade Rallier in my deck to bring back a Guide of Souls. Let's just hold that Ephemerate for now. Would a Binding Grace be good in the show? I mean, you have to play 3-mana creatures in your Birthing Ritual deck. You can't have 3-mana enchantments, I think. Also gives them the ability to fly. I guess I should actually just do this now. Still game 1? Crazy game 1. We could exile our own thing here to trigger Ocelots, but I think I'm just going to go after the Ajani. Flip to Ajani's pretty scary in this spot. They have a lot of top decks that flip it. And then let's maybe hold this Temple Guard. I know I have 2 Springhearts, but I want to maybe hold it because I think I can find yeah, Renegade Rallier soon. So my ability to like Renegade Rallier into Guide of Souls and then like start actually triggering the Ocelots is it's better for me to have the land for next turn so I can copy the tokens for next turn. Okay, brick, or I don't know. So a Guide of Souls. So if you could, it's brick enough here. I just wanted to not have a removal spell for my next Guide of Souls. They are throwing this at me. It should not matter very much, which is funny. So I'm down to 5, and then we'll see what we draw. White Orchid Phantom. So we'll try to not make the same mistake we did earlier. We will remember to just get landfall with this. And I'm going to jump the Solitude, I believe. Energy. It's at 38 live. Should we blow up our surveillance in case we rally her back? It'll never happen this game. We're always going to rally her back something better, but something to think about for future games, I guess. Okay, they concede. That was a cool game to win. I mean, being able to win this matchup is certainly a big deal for this deck. I'm going to bring in my Sanctifiers for my White Orchid Phantoms, and I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. 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 What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Submit clicked. Oh, sorry, I did forget Suncleanser. A little bit too focused on using the restroom. I'm going to keep this on the draw. Oopsie doopsie there. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to bring it in. Just, yeah, had to pee. Is Birthing Ritual sleeper? Maybe. I mean, I think Birthing Ritual is very powerful and definitely looking kind of nice here. Okay, I'm happy that they boarded it in here because, like, I just have 4 energy cards and they have a lot more. It's kind of funny that they boarded theirs in. Yeah, didn't seem like we needed to Solitude yet. Card's pretty important. Let's go ahead and keep it. I think. Got obviously a lot of different options here. Guess I'm just going to cast Ocelot. Probably just want to bestow if you can. Like bestow on Rallier, bestow on Ocelot. All this seems so good in this matchup. Here, I think I might need to Solitude something. We'll Solitude the Guide of Souls. A lot of options here. Bestow onto their creature. I mean, I feel like I want to bestow on Ocelot Pride. Probably. I could also Renegade Rallier this turn and return a land. But I think I'm just going to do this and then Surveil. With the hopes of, like, finding a land and being able to go, like, copy Ocelot, cast Birthing Ritual next turn, potentially. I guess I can also attack. So if I attack, my opponent will triple block, and then I kill Guide of Souls. Is that something I want to do? I mean, I have the Rallier to get back Ocelot Pride. I guess I could just do that next turn and then get the token copies and stuff. Attack and Rallier this turn. Yeah, maybe that was okay. I feel like I just wanted to get this going. Incoming Blood Moon, maybe. Yeah, maybe that was enough of a concern. Okay. So I guess. Yeah, I'm not drawing the same thing anymore. Just Birthing Ritual and hope to find a Guide of Souls to sack an insect token into. We miss. We do hit an Ocelot Pride. It's fine. Weird game. Fun match. Not sitting with the cat is probably incorrect. Ragavan flips over a Plains. Would have been a good draw for me. Not as good as a fetch land, I guess. Okay, so Flage, I'm probably on their cat, maybe on my cat. Save the cat. Goes after the Birthing Ritual. Not really any point in rebounding here. So I guess I should have just sent with 1. Should be okay. Because of the Solitude. Would you say Birthing Ritual has been overperforming the deck you run it? It's very good in this deck. I would say it's good in this deck. I don't know if I'd use the word overperforming. Got some cats. They got 3 cards in their hand. Got a flying Ragavan, pretty behind this game. Technically doing that after first strike is better. Yes. Sorry. -1 life. I might just go to next game. I'm just dead to the Guide of Souls, jumping something else next turn, even if I attack in 1, landfall, make a lot of tokens. I don't have my own Guide of Souls in play. So sorry I forgot the Suncleanser. Again, I was in the bathroom. We can maybe play 1 less Sanctifier en-Vec. It's probably fine. I can probably trim Ephemerate number 4. Rallier number 3. Try this. Could cut Springheart number 4. Springheart seems really good. I want 3 Sanctifiers. I want 3 Suncleansers. I want all the Captive Rangers. I could cut a Solitude maybe. Just 3/3. Seems okay. Solitude Ephemerate is good against them. Let's just have those cards in the deck. Looking for lands, graveyarding the Rallier here. Glad I trimmed the Solitude, I guess. Cleansed them of energy. Guess that's kind of the only way for them to do that. I'm going to Solitude here. They use 2 cards, I use 2 cards. It's all gravy, baby. Then I think I'm going to play Birthing Ritual over Ocelot Pride in this spot. It's like way better for draw Guide of Souls or land, so... And also kind of better if they just can sandbag the Ocelot. Good recovery for our opponent. Land would be really nice. We're on the draw with the Surveil land, so... Are we due? Maybe, maybe not. Seems not. Do get to stop them from jumping anything with the Guide of Souls. Yeah, I think getting Ranger-Captain in play here, so I can go Guide of Souls, Ranger-Captain, or is it Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride next turn is probably correct. Like since I've already like removed all of their energy, and I can maybe like Renegade Rallier or just find another Suncleanser. And maybe this was a huge mistake. I don't know. They have 1 card left in their hand. It's a really good one. Sorry, it's F6. Could have prevented them gaining 3 life. Probably okay not to have done that. They're 1 card in the way, away from escaping the Flage. I'm down to 10. I draw a land, so I can Skyclave this turn, or I can go Guide of Souls Ocelot. Let's go Guide of Souls Ocelot. So in this spot, we want the Ocelot Pride trigger to resolve first, because I'm kind of interested in just getting a 1-drop if possible. Does seem like getting a Sanctifier here is pretty mandatory. Do I want to sack Ocelot, or do I want to sack Guide of Souls? Let's sack Guide of Souls, I guess. I'm not sure. I think the fact that I have Skyclave to like clear a blocker makes me feel I've got a good chance to hit it with the Guide of Souls next turn. So Giganta in hand, plays Arena of Glory, so possible hasty Giganta next turn. Attacking only with 1 of the Guide of Souls is interesting. So I guess I'm just going to cast Ranger of Eos, grab an Ocelot, grab a Guide of Souls. And thankfully they can't quite jump Giganta. Although here I could sack Sanctifier, get back Renegade Rallier for Suncleanser or Guide of Souls. Could also sack the Sanctifier. I always say the Ranger. Ranger for Solitude later seems kind of nice, though. Yeah, Sanctifier has done its job of exiling Flage. I think this is fine. Could be better to get another Guide of Souls. But I think stopping them from being able to jump anything with this is probably nice. Could also shrink this one, maybe, but... So they're hasting probably Gigantha here, right? They can gain life, they cannot gain energy. They've got a pretty good attack. They need to be getting with this cat. They have not done a good job of just attack the cat in this spot. So I'm down to 7. Now I'm just going to gain millions of life. If I draw a land, it'd be good. A land, still good. Do the birthing ritual trigger first, because another Guide of Souls would go kind of hard. I guess we're gonna grab instead Ranger-Captain for another Ocelot Pride. Getting another Ocelot Pride just here doesn't do anything because I don't get the trigger since we've already begun our instep. Now just pop off. 18 life, 7 energy. Birthing Ritual, another Ocelot Pride. It's gonna be hard to lose. Alright, cool. So we lost 4-1 this league, losing only to Nadu. Pretty cool deck. I'm open to doing another one. I think the deck's really cool. But I also have this deck, which is the Seam Time Sieve, which we played a little bit on Friday, but we didn't actually finish a